Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Deep Dive Knowledge. Hello. I read your report about the use of ChatGPT 3 for scientific studies. It seems like you have some concerns about its reliability and accuracy. Can you provide more details about the specific tasks where ChatGPT 3 fell short?
Certainly. In my report, I highlighted a few areas where ChatGPT 3 fell short in terms of reliability and accuracy. One of the main limitations is that ChatGPT, like other language models, is not a fact-checking tool. It generates responses based on statistical patterns in its training data, rather than verifying information against external sources. As a result, it may sometimes provide incorrect or fabricated statements that cannot be found in any reputable source. Another limitation is that ChatGPT 3 lacks the ability to assess the quality of evidence or make logical deductions to resolve inconsistencies in the literature. It cannot weigh different perspectives or evaluate the reliability of the information it generates. This means that if there are inconsistencies in the scientific literature, ChatGPT 3 will not be able to identify them or provide a reliable resolution. Furthermore, ChatGPT 3 has a tendency to recombine previous literature in predictable and sometimes strange ways. It may generate responses that are not only incorrect but also lack logical coherence or sound scientific reasoning. This makes it unsuitable for solving open questions or providing novel insights in scientific studies. Overall, while ChatGPT 3 can be a time-saving tool for tasks like scientific writing, it should not be relied upon as an authoritative or reliable source of information. It is important to critically assess and verify the information it provides using established scientific methods and reputable sources.
Thank you for providing those details. It seems like ChatGPT 3 has limitations in terms of fact-checking, logical deductions, and generating coherent and reliable responses. Based on your findings, do you believe that ChatGPT 3 can still be useful in scientific studies, or should it be completely avoided?
Based on my findings, I believe that ChatGPT 3 can still be useful in scientific studies. But it should be used with caution and its limitations should be taken into consideration. While ChatGPT can assist in tasks such as scientific writing by providing suggestions and completing thoughts, it should not be seen as an authoritative source or a replacement for thorough research and critical thinking. ChatGPT 3 has a wide knowledge base, but its responses are based on statistical patterns and may not always provide accurate or reliable information. It may even invent statements that cannot be found in any credible sources. Therefore, it is important to verify and fact-check the information provided by ChatGPT 3 before using it in scientific studies. However, ChatGPT 3 can still be beneficial in certain aspects of scientific research. It can help researchers generate new ideas, explore different perspectives, and assist in literature reviews by providing alternative phrasing or summarizing existing information. It can also be a time-saving tool for mundane tasks, such as formatting or proofreading. In summary, while ChatGPT 3 can be a useful assistant in scientific studies, it should not be relied upon as the sole source of information. Researchers should exercise caution, critically evaluate the information provided, and corroborate it with reliable sources and rigorous scientific methods.
Thank you for sharing your perspective. It seems that while ChatGPT 3 can be useful in certain aspects of scientific studies, it should not be considered as a replacement for human expertise and thorough research. Researchers should be cautious and verify the information provided by ChatGPT 3 through reliable sources and rigorous scientific methods. Given the limitations and potential inaccuracies of ChatGPT 3, have you come across any alternative approaches or technologies that may address these concerns and provide more reliable assistance for scientific studies?
Yes, there are alternative approaches and technologies that can address the concerns surrounding the limitations of ChatGPT 3 and provide more reliable assistance for scientific studies. One such approach is the use of domain-specific language models. Domain-specific language models are trained on a specific domain or field of knowledge, such as scientific research. By focusing on a specific domain, these models can have a deeper understanding of the subject matter and provide more accurate and reliable assistance compared to general language models like ChatGPT 3. For example, there are language models that are specifically trained on scientific literature, such as PubMed-BERT or SciBERT, which have been fine-tuned on biomedical and scientific research articles. These models have a better understanding of scientific terminology, context, and can generate more accurate responses related to scientific studies. Another approach is the use of expert-curated knowledge bases or databases. These knowledge bases are created and maintained by experts in the field, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of the information they contain. Researchers can use these knowledge bases to access comprehensive and trustworthy information for their scientific studies. Additionally, advancements in natural language processing and machine learning techniques are constantly being made, which can lead to the development of more advanced and reliable language models. Researchers are actively working on improving the capabilities of these models to address their limitations and enhance their performance in scientific domains. It's important to note that while these alternative approaches and technologies may provide more reliable assistance, they also have their own limitations and challenges. The development and deployment of domain-specific language models require significant resources and expertise. Additionally, the quality of the knowledge bases depends on the expertise and efforts of the curators. Therefore, a combination of approaches, including the use of domain-specific language models and expert-curated knowledge bases, along with human judgment and critical thinking, is likely to provide the most reliable assistance for scientific studies.
Thank you for sharing those alternative approaches. It's interesting to see how domain-specific language models and expert-curated knowledge bases can provide more accurate and reliable assistance for scientific studies. Regarding the use of domain-specific language models, how do researchers ensure that these models are trained on a comprehensive and up-to-date dataset that encompasses the vast amount of scientific knowledge in a particular field? And what challenges or limitations might arise when using expert-curated knowledge bases in scientific studies?
Ensuring that domain-specific language models are trained on a comprehensive and up-to-date dataset encompassing scientific knowledge in a particular field is a challenging task. Researchers employ several strategies to address this challenge. 1. Data collection. Researchers gather data from various authoritative sources such as scientific journals, preprint archives, conference proceedings, and curated databases. These sources provide a wealth of scientific knowledge and ensure that the training dataset covers a broad range of topics within the field. 2. Expert curation. Experts in the specific scientific domain review the collected data and curate it to ensure its relevance and accuracy. They verify the quality of the data, remove any erroneous or outdated information, and ensure that the dataset represents the most up-to-date scientific knowledge. 3. Collaboration with domain experts. Researchers collaborate with domain experts, such as scientists and researchers in the relevant field, to validate the dataset and provide insights into important concepts, terminologies, and trends. This collaboration helps in refining the dataset and making it more comprehensive. Despite these efforts, there are challenges and limitations when using expert-curated knowledge bases in scientific studies. 1. Incompleteness. Scientific knowledge is constantly expanding, and it is challenging to capture all the information in a single dataset. New research findings and discoveries might not be immediately included in the dataset, leading to potential gaps in the model's understanding. 2. Bias. Expert-curated knowledge bases can introduce biases based on the selection and interpretation of the data. Biases can emerge from the experts' perspectives, research interests, or limitations in the dataset itself. It is crucial to be aware of these biases and mitigate their impact on the training and application of the model. 3. Timeliness. The process of curating and updating the dataset takes time. As a result, there might be a delay between the emergence of new scientific knowledge and its inclusion in the training dataset. This time lag can limit the model's ability to provide the most recent information. 4. Generalization to specific subfields. Some scientific fields have subfields with specialized knowledge and terminology. Language models trained on general scientific knowledge may struggle to provide accurate and specific information in these niche areas. Addressing these challenges requires continuous efforts from researchers, domain experts, and the scientific community as a whole. Regular updates, ongoing collaborations, and feedback loops are necessary to improve the accuracy, comprehensiveness, and timeliness of domain-specific language models. Additionally, researchers should remain cautious of the limitations and biases inherent in these models and critically evaluate their outputs in scientific studies.
Thank you for the comprehensive explanation of the challenges and limitations associated with domain-specific language models and expert-curated knowledge bases. It's clear that ensuring a comprehensive and up-to-date dataset is a complex task, and biases and timeliness are important factors to consider. Given the challenges you mentioned, how do you recommend researchers strike a balance between using technology like ChatGPT-3 for assistance in scientific studies and the need for human expertise, critical thinking, and verification of information from reliable sources? Is there a specific framework or approach that can help researchers integrate these elements effectively?